Hey guys, Tony here. Here's my first custom knife. What you're looking at here is the Gavko EDC Framelock number 5. I finally leveled up, right? Moved on from production knives to customs. It's probably never looking back. Alright, so the story behind this knife, I believe, if I understood Mike correctly, Mike Gavko, is that this was originally Sebastian's, and I'm pretty sure that Sebastian is the guy in those chopping videos that quite often absolutely destroys 2x4s with the Excalibur and various other choppers that those guys have. Sounds like that maybe he returned it because he felt like it was too small for him. I don't know. Maybe he has Hulk hands or something like that, but it's to my benefit because here it is. I am now the proud owner of Gavko Framelock EDC number 5. Opens up quite nicely. It took me a little bit to get used to that. When I first pulled it out of the box after receiving it, it was pretty difficult to open. But I mean, just like anything, after you use it, you get used to it. I find that that's actually one thing about knives that I enjoy in general, is just getting comfortable, becoming dexterous with the action. It may actually be the number 1 reason, or the number 2 reason for me to carry a knife, is if I enjoy the action, it makes the knife for me. I mean, obviously cutting performance and all that's good too, but I find that some of that stuff is honestly secondary. I want something that feels good in the hand, has nice action, and that I enjoy handling more than I want, I don't know, a large knife, or I don't know. I think you guys know what I mean. So let's see it compared to a couple other knives real quick. I really only have Spydercos. I'll try to use some common ones. Here's a Paramilitary 2 S90V. As you can see, the Gavko is about an inch smaller. And then here we have a Junior, and they're actually about the same length, closed anyways. The Junior's thicker, but that's a downside in my mind. Okay. So it opens up really nicely. It fits in my hand, and quite a few different grips. I'll kind of go over my favorites. It just fits all 4 of my fingers in this grip, and then if I choke up, it becomes even that much more comfortable if I use the choil. If I fall back and kind of just let my pinky hang off the edge, if I was just kind of doing a light cutting task, that's also really comfortable. Just overall, with all the contouring that this knife has, there really is no uncomfortable position, and I really can't say that about some of my other knives. So Mike definitely has something really special going on when it comes to the contouring, and I appreciate that. And I think it's probably the number 1 reason, other than just like the overall look and style of the knife, but the number 1 thing that I had to get a Gavko, because I've just been looking or watching all his YouTube videos. I've seen all his EDCs that he's made, but I'm really not a fixed blade guy, so this was just, it's like an evolution of fixed blade to a folder, and I think he pulled it off very nicely. Let's see what else. Go over a couple other things here. It's got a nice detent. It's definitely not opening on its own at all. Nice oversized hardware. I find that I like that. It kind of gives me good indexing on where I am on the knife all over the place. I can feel the hardware. None of it's, none of it's sharp. Everything's nice and rounded, but just the oversized hardware in general, I feel like it provides pretty good indexing. You kind of know where this knife is in your hands at all times. The clip is definitely one of my favorite features. It also acts as an over travel. It's pretty stiff. I can barely pull up on it at all. So it definitely serves its purpose there, as well as just looking great. I think he did a really nice job making a 3D clip here, as say Jim Skelton would say. Shout out to Jim Skelton too. I've been watching his videos. That guy's a stand-up dude. And I may be cursing him in the future, because if anything, he got my eye looking more and more at custom knives in general. So the anodizing in this video, I think it's probably going to show up a little violet / purple, but it's really interesting how in some lighting it shows up as blue, in others it's more purple. It just kind of depends on the temperature of the light, I want to say. I'm recording this in my bedroom right now, and I guess the yellowish light that I have kind of makes it look purple. In brighter light and more white light, it looks blue. Maybe I have that backwards, but I definitely like the anodizing. He did a little trick here that I've never seen before. I don't think I've ever seen this on, I definitely haven't seen this in any other knife, but maybe somebody else has done it. I am unaware. As you can see here, got the lock bar, and when he went to do the gold anodization, he pinched the two scales together so the lock bar actually comes through on the other side as well. And I think that's pretty sweet. So basically both sides have very close to identical anodization. I feel like that's a kind of a neat trick there. The blade grind, it's convex. It's my first convex knife, and it's neat to kind of be able to like pull between your fingers here like this and feel that it's rounded. Towards the edge here, and camera will focus. Not too close. Don't have the best camera in the world for this, guys, so hopefully you get something out of this video though. It's close to a zero grind towards here, and then gradually as it tapers, as the grind tapers towards the tip, the bevel starts to get wider and wider and wider, and I believe that's just to keep things strengthened. But it definitely cuts well. It's one of my sharper knives by far. Certainly pleased with the grind. He's put a fairly nice stone wash on it. You can still kind of see the grind lines in it, but it's still nice looking. There's proof that it's number 5. It says Gav right there, his logo. All the hardware seems to be darkened somehow. It locks up nicely. Makes a nice sound when you open it. Although really, how important is that, right? Just the contouring overall, like this area here. Your fingers just kind of melt into these areas. I really like that. Choke up on it. These kinds of grips are just overall. It just really fits the hand nicely. It's a really easy to carry knife every day, but certainly I'm very pleased with that. I hear he's coming out with a flipper variation. It's going to be slightly larger. that should be interesting. I'm hoping maybe I can get myself on that list, but we'll see. I'll withhold judgment until I see one, but I'm sold. Definitely like it. The blade thickness I found is similar to my Southern, I want to say. Yeah, if I go like this and hold them, yeah, they're virtually identical. So if you have a Southern, that's how thick the blade is on this. Well, that's it, guys. Definitely thanks for watching. I'd like to thank Mike Gavko for making an excellent product here, and for being a cool guy. And I've been following him on YouTube for a long time. It's been awesome watching him first be, mostly just a knife enthusiast, and then, grow into an actual knife maker over the years. That's actually, maybe one reason, or a big reason why I went ahead and purchased this knife, is because I've seen him improve so much, and I want to continue to support that. So, thanks, Mike, and keep making awesome knives, man. You're doing a great job. And, take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself. Thanks, guys.